Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Forza Horizon 3. I'm your man, Twisted Drifter. For today's episode, I thought we'd do something a little different. Since my name is Twisted Drifter, I thought we'd try and drift build a 2016 Tesla P90. Now, given the fact that we cannot rear-wheel drive swap this thing, and cannot do an engine swap, it should be a challenge since it is electric. But we're gonna see what we can do with it. We're probably gonna put the maximum horsepower in there, add the diff, try and set it mostly towards the rear end for the power, and see if we can get this thing sideways. I mean, should be a challenge. Never could get an electric car to drift back on Forza 4, but different physics, new game. So let's go and get into the upgrades and start seeing what we can do. First things first, we need to go here and put that race motor in. Boost horsepower to 692 with 927 foot-pounds of torque. Should be enough torque to get those rear wheels moving, I hope. Not really sure if I don't really think I want to add any aero parts to it, so we gotta leave those alone. Put some sport tires on there for sure. Widen out the rear tires. Yeah, keep the wheels for now. I'm actually liking those on there for once. Max out the diff and the drivetrain. And now for the extra bits that'll help us get everything down. Don't need a roll cage. May go with the chassis reinforcement though. Make sure I don't want the rally suspension on there. That was a mistake. Got the race brakes on there. We are good. Go install that. Now Tuesday is probably going to be the biggest episode I'm looking forward to. I do plan on doing some reviews of each car in the DLC pack for Tuesday, but I plan on doing it a little differently. Where in the last DLC pack I reviewed multiple cars per episode. This next one I'm going to try and stretch it out. Each car has its own episode. Try and go and get each of them more time to go and get a better review, see how each one handles. Give it an actual test, because just a quick lap around the city, I realized that wasn't really a decent enough test. So we are going to do a full episode of testing for the next car pack that comes out, and from all the car packs from there on out, guys. Anyhow, let's take this Tesla back out onto the road, see how she does. Gonna do it without a tune first, so let me set a waypoint to the first drift zone. Guys, drift zone location has been set. We are gonna try and drift this a little bit on the way there, see how it handles, and hopefully we can get some slides. If not, who knows? We've only got one gear, so I always hated that wall.
Recalculating route.
But as I said, we've only got one gear on this thing, so hopefully we can get it sideways and hold it. Well, she does get sideways, but the question is, can she hold? That is the biggest question, guys. Roundabout's too small to try and drift right now.
Turn around when it is safe to do so. At the roundabout, take the second exit. In 400 yards, bear right.
I don't understand what she's talking about. She said turn left at the roundabout now, and the GPS is showing straight, so I don't know what Anna's talking about right now, guys. Anyhow, let's take a look at the interior. Interior view is nice on this thing, I do have to admit. But yeah, I've always, ever since I back on Forza 4, I was the one who got tired of seeing the same old cars back in the same cars in every drift lobby. I mean, you'd always see the standard 240Z, all the standard Japanese imports, and like the Supra, the Corolla A86, and the S14s. And I mean, I was like, yeah, those cars are popular in drifting, but who wants to see the exact same car in every lobby? So what I do is I take the cars that I liked, and cars that were just random, and I'd take those out. Anything that was rear-wheel drive swap, I'd take it and I'd try a tune on it. And there were a couple all-wheel drive cars that I did tune, like the Hummer, the Cyclone back in the day, so I do have experience in tuning all-wheel drive. I just haven't done it on this game yet, so I'm not sure how this is going to go with the new physics. We're going to see what we can do though, give it our best shot, and go from there. Looks like I missed the checkpoint, or the turn, so we're just going to cut through here. Hopefully not hit any trees.
Turn sharp left.
Did not plan on taking this thing off-road, but it's Forza Horizon 3. Most of it is off-road, so
In 400 yards, turn left.
if you are looking forward to those snow expansion videos, guys, do leave a like on here
Turn left.
and leave a comment down in the comment section below, guys. Yeah, see, like this thing right there, it does want to drift a little bit, but it doesn't have that, it's not as loose in the front end as we need it. So we are just going to go up, pull over right here, and try a quick tune on her, and tune her every few miles to see what happens. First things first, we are going to lower the tire pressure down to 28. Can't really do anything with the gears. The camber, we are going to boost that up in the rear to 2.1. Front, we're going to go 4. A little bit of outward toe in the front. A little bit of back toe in the rear, about 0.5. About 0.5. Move that caster down to 5.8. Differential for the front needs to be locked. No differential. Move most of the power to the rear. So the torque's mostly at the rear. Basically disabling front wheel drive and just giving us all the power to the rear, which should help us get sideways, guys, hopefully. Go 98% in the rear. We do want the front driving a little bit, so move that front end towards 40%. See how that handles. Braking about 120. 45% of the braking percent to the front. Now, go and do these. Stiffen that front end up and soften the rear. Oh, wait, excuse me. Opposite way around. It's been a while since I've done a tune on here, guys, so cut me a little slack here. Now we are going to lower this as low as it'll go. Keep that front end a little higher than the rear so when we brake it'll keep the car level. And stiffen that up a little bit. Soften that rear end a little bit. Go there to about 11 in the rear and about 16 in the front. Or no, 11 in the front, 16 in the rear, excuse me. And let's see how this handles. I think that should give an improvement. And we'll just see what happens, guys. Check that wheel spin and then save those wheel spins for a wheel spin episode maybe. Seem to be popular with a lot of YouTubers lately, so maybe do a little bit of that. Oh, see, this is what I was looking for. Something that would hold out a little more. There we go.
In 400 yards, turn sharp right.
Just gotta remember not to shift. But I am impressed with this thing. I mean, what it is, it does drift pretty well for an electric. I'm not entirely enthused about how it's doing right now, but I have to admit she's holding her own for an electric. So you gotta give her that.
In 200 yards, keep right.
Go this way.
Keep right.
Almost to the drift zone. Once we get there, we gotta run maybe 2 or 3 runs, adjusting a little bit in between each, and see what happens. I'm thinking maybe put a little more air in those rear tires, but it all depends on what we get on the score for that. If you guys have any ideas for what you'd like me to go and do a drift video on next, a drift build on next, you guys leave a comment down in the description box down below. Preferably something different, not something everyone else has already done. And I will definitely go and look into that and
Turn left.
do a build on it. Just need your all's opinion, because right now I'm running out of ideas for what I want to drift. I mean, there's so many cars in there. I mean, I've got so many ideas, but just can't really decide on which one. So if you guys can help me out with that, give a few ideas, and most like comment will get a build. If there are no comments, I will go and pick at one of my own, but would love to go and see what you guys think.
400 yards, bear right.
Thing is, not doing too bad in the drift zone. Yeah. Other tests had to get in the way though. What she is, she's not doing too bad, guys. I am very impressed with how she did on that first run.
You have arrived at your destination.
And we were going uphill, so that does provide a little bit of a challenge. What we are going to do is we are going to go into the tuning menu and boost those rear tires. Give it a little more torque. Or a little more wheel spin, excuse me. And see what happens. So go and make those 31 pounds of air in the rear. Get a little more wheel spin. And see what happens. If we can get 3 stars in this thing, I will be happy. So try this again. Get a little speed. Definitely, like I said, I am very impressed with the way this thing handles. I mean, I never thought it. I mean, usually I don't like electric slides, part of the pun, but yeah, I have to give this thing props where it's due. She does try and hold her own. She does try to keep sideways, especially having only 1 gear. Kind of keeps it. Kind of makes it a little harder to get the torque down, but it also Makes it pretty much endless torque at the same time. You don't have to worry about over revving it and losing your gear.
In 400 yards.
Gotta watch out on that corner though. I hate doing this, but we are going to rewind there. Go and save it from having to redo the entire section there, so we are going to rewind past that, guys, back to the beginning. And try that again. That'll be probably the only time you ever see me rewind, guys, because I usually do not use that feature. I just leave it on in case there is a need.
In 400 yards, bear right. Keep right.
Ah, dang it. If only there was a way to control the traffic on here, guys. If there is a way, I am not sure. I've only had this game for a while. If you guys do know of a way to turn the traffic off, let me know. I will gladly appreciate that. Gonna try this one more time, guys, and that'll probably be the video for today. I do thank you guys for stopping by. We all gotta do one more adjustment on this thing. Can't really do anything with the gearing, but we are going to boost that rear camber up a little bit and reduce the front camber. Add a little more toe out. Give me a little more turn in response. And see if this does it. This will be our final try, guys. Excuse me. We're doing one more try after this because that there was just epic fail. We're gonna go down to the bottom of the mountain and try uphill and then one downhill one more time, guys. So I do apologize for that. Finally back down here, so let's try this again. As I have said though, I do love the way this Tesla does handle. Just if I could put a V8 in her, or at least rear wheel drive swap it, it would be a lot better. But I mean, beggars can't be choosers. I did plan on doing this thing for a while. I just didn't know when I wanted to do it. Now that I have that, I am impressed with the way she is. But as I said, I mean, Teslas aren't usually meant for drifting, so you can't really be too picky on that.
You have arrived at your destination.
As I said, we're gonna do one more downhill, guys, and then end it there. As I said, guys, we're going to do one more downhill and end the video there, so let's see if we can do this. Hopefully we don't fly off the edge again. Trying to be as careful with this thing as possible. No, I'm not the best drifter on Forza Horizon 3, but I do what I can.
At your destination.
We did get 3 stars at the end of the video, so I am happy with that. That was my goal, so we did reach that.
3 stars. Very
At least we reached the goal, guys. If you did enjoy this video, please leave a like and a comment. Do remember to subscribe. Until next time, guys, I'm out.